welcome to the No Filter Podcast. Once again, we are back in the building, joined by the man, the myth, the legend. And just for listen, everybody who decided to hit me up, like, oh, who's that? Is that motherfucker? It's the legend. Moving the fuck on. The fuck.
Yep.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's the legend. Just it is what it is. Mookie, how are we, sir?
What up?
That's how you feel? Just what up?
Yeah. What up?
Yes.
He's got so much energy.
You think you the Fonz? What up? Hey. What up, motherfucker? Anyway,
That's how you feel.
Yeah, because I mean, you're like, oh, yeah, what up? Fuck.
Too cool for school.
The legend, how are you?
I'm good. I just got off work. I wanted to come interact with the fellas. I almost forgot that there was a podcast. I was like, oh shit, it's 7:00. Yo, I'm on my way home.
And Mr. The Vinny, good Vinicus. The
What's
man
good, D?
who's gonna do his thizzle today and teach us all things and
Well,
be wonderful.
I'm gonna teach you things about my area of love and knowledge.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, I'll allow it.
So yeah, would you like a more thorough introduction?
No, I got it this time. I think I can handle it. So last week at some point, I sent a message in the group, and was like, "Hey, what does everybody think if we each individually take our cultural art and just show it and talk about it and be about it?" Because I think that art is a lot more important than people like. I know a lot of people give art credit and what have you, but at the end of the day, looking at a picture is, to me, when you like go into a museum and see, you know, and you are really involved in looking at art. It's just it's very heavy for me, and it's always been heavy for me, and I guess it's gotten even more heavy since I became a graphic designer and learned how to draw and how to paint, because you have to. And it turned into a real love for me to seek out Puerto Rican artists, Puerto Rican, you know, cultural things in general. And then I started looking at the street art and the real art and just everything that was going on. And there are some solid paintings that have to do with Puerto Rico. Sorry, I'm not going to do that again. That are just, they hit me hard, you know.
Let me interject and ask you this very serious question. You just made the statement street art and real art.
Oh, I meant canvas art. I'm sorry. I don't know why I made that designation that way, and I meant canvas art versus street art.
All right, I'm cool.
Okay, I apologize.
Because I was about to jump out the window.
I know. So, and honestly, if I'd have heard somebody else, I would have jumped out the window too. So I have absolutely no problem with you jumping out the window when I make a mistake like that. Actually, you could have just said whatever and still.
Pow pow. Get him.
All right. So I thought I would start off kind of light. And I'm pull this up, full screen it, and share my screen as soon as I can hit that button.
Hold on, you can't hit that button yet.
I'm gonna give you a sec.
Okay. Nope, I got it. Move.
I switched it already, but go ahead. You got it. Yeah.
Okay. And the shitty part about this painting is it's something that actually it caught me as one of those things that are like, you can just see all of my culture and my island, my lovely place right here on the screen. It's everything that Puerto Rico is known for. Everything. Not everything, but a lot of things. I mean, you have our music, which is Afro-Caribbean, which is more African than Caribbean, because it's the music of Puerto Rico is not salsa, it's not merengue, it's not bachata. It is a music called plena, and it's usually more than 2 drums, to be honest with you. And there's like 10 dudes standing around, all with tambourine looking drums, but they're not actually tambourines. They don't have the little jingle things. I don't know what they're called. Are they called castanets on a tambourine?
We're gonna let you just go ape shit.
Okay. I mean, I'll call them castanets. I don't care. But they're usually about anywhere between 8 and, I mean, there could be 15 drums, all different sizes, all playing different tones, and everybody's playing, you know, this music that's called plena, that is also the source of something that we call aguinaldos, which is our Christmas carols. So it's a huge thing for our culture. And the original, like, a lot of people are like, they've heard that Que bonita bandera, like that guy, and it's like a house song and what have you. That's actually the original version of that is an aguinaldo, and everybody stands around singing it during the holidays. Like, it's something very big to us, and this is representative of that. The island is also known for fishing. The island is also known for the women who dance to plena with the skirts, because they wear certain kinds of skirts, and you see how she almost looks like she's like shaking it a little bit. That's something that is very important to the culture. Like, the dancing with the skirts going, and, you know, my mom would say stuff like, yeah, I learned how to dance plena when I was a kid. I had the skirts and everything. And of course, Hispanics always have and everything with everything, so whatever. But I mean, this was a solid piece to me. It represents all of the colors of Puerto Rico, including all of the different skin tones that we have, because Puerto Ricans don't come in one color. Puerto Ricans can look like me. They can look like Mookie. They can look like, I mean, honestly, they could look like D. But y'all don't know that D is very dark. So it's beautiful, but you're very dark. And it's
you do know I'm not darker than Mookie, right?
Yeah, you are. You know why? Because you ride more than Mookie does.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, this is one that really caught me. And one of the things that really caught me about it is, if you look very closely at the painting, there is not one Puerto Rican flag in it. And it's because none of this culture was ever deemed Puerto Rican per se. Because the culture of Puerto Rico is returning to its roots, which is a native tribe called the Taino Indians. And the Taino Indians were part of the Arawak tribe that were that populated Florida and the Southeast United States. But the Taino Indians were the natives there were it was a very specific type of tribe. And, you know, it's like, this island has Taino, and the next island over had Carib Indians or natives. I mean, I know, you know, I hate using the word Indian, but we've used it for so long, I just can't stop. But that's my first painting. And it's a great introduction, you know, to Puerto Rico, and it's a great introduction to the art that I love. This is the kind of art that I love. I love the colors. I love the strokes, the brush strokes. I love the realism mixed with the you know, with the idea of, in my mind, of the fantasy of Puerto Rico. Like, because there is, like, a lot of people see it as a fantasy type place, or, like, you know, for lack of a better way to put it, a fantasy island, you know, it's that type of thing. So are we going round robin, or am I just going to keep going?
You should keep going.
Sounds like you almost. Hey Nessa, hey Nancy Pooh, we missed you.
You learning me something. I don't look at painting.
This one caught me and was very, very, very powerful. It's called La Goyita. And it is literally.
I just want you to know nothing changed on my screen.
Oh, it didn't?
Nah, still the same picture.
Let me see if I could do it this way. Oh, I know why. I think. No, I might just have to. All right, let me just reopen the window for this one. Can y'all see this painting? Or do you just see my ugly mug?
Yep, no picture.
No picture yet. We're looking at all of us on the screen, sir.
Just the ugly mug.
Here you go.
Okay. So this is from 1953. You can look up here. You can see it. And the name of the painting is Goyita. And it is by Rafael Tofino. And Rafael Tofino was a very prominent artist in Puerto Rico. And this is one of the most famous paintings that came out of Puerto Rico because it represents all of the strength that every Puerto Rican woman has. And to me, this painting, like, it's in my soul. This is a real one. This one is like, because it looks like so many women I've known in my families and just both sides of my family, and looking at it, and it represents how hard they work and how strong they really are in the midst of poverty. And this to me is Puerto Rico. Our women are treasures and we love them. And this is, you've seen her. This almost looks like my grandmother, like very close. Particularly, I would say in the mid 90s, this is what she looked like, very, very close. Her lips are a little thinner, but that's about it. That's because she's a mean old lady, but let me stop. But yeah, this one always catches me. It always catches me because it's just beautiful. Like you can't get better than that when it comes to art. This Rafael Tufino captured everything about Puerto Rico in one painting. And that's beautiful to me. And this is canvas art, it's not street art. And it's just gorgeous. And actually, I bought a couple of prints over these years and gifted them to people in various ways, just to let them know that they're appreciated, or, but it's just a beautiful painting. Does anybody have anything to say about it? How it caught you when you saw it?
I mean, it's dope. I fuck with it.
And I'm young. All I see is a woman look like she's going through the struggle. That's what I see.
Mm-hmm. You could keep talking because that is an excellent way of looking at it, because that's exactly what it is.
I don't look at art. I don't got nothing else to say besides that. That look like stuff I see now on the street. Homeless people. She might not be homeless or nothing, but that look like somebody sitting on the corner to me. She's standing or whatever, but it's all the same to me.
And see, what you don't realize, Mr. The Legend, is that you're saying that about a painting that was painted 70 years ago.
Yeah, ain't nothing ever changed. It's only gonna get worse.
The same. And it is all the same. And it continues on, and we continue through the same cycles and the same struggles. And, you're gonna see, somebody, working at a bodega for the last 50 years that looks just like this, in New York, or you might see somebody who's cut sugarcane for their whole life look like this, because that's the cash crop in Puerto Rico, is sugarcane. But this is a solid one for me. Nessa, I would like to get the opinion of a Hispanic woman on this one, if I may. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to Johnny on the spot you like that.
It appears you may not.
I may not. Sorry, I didn't mean to Juanita this on the spot you like that.
But you did, and that's
I'm sorry.
messed up.
No, because I let everybody know exactly what was going down, and I said,
but she wasn't here, sir.
But didn't I do it in the group? I believe I did. Yeah.
Yeah, like a few hours ago.
No, like this morning. You know how long it took me to prepare for this? It took me 5 minutes because I just downloaded the pictures. Now setting up my computer was different, but.
Oh, well, guess what? I'm sorry that I had to work today. I've been at work since 8:30 and I'm just leaving the office. As soon as I got called in.
Okay, that's too much.
I was barely in my car pulling out the driveway. So
I'm not trying to insult you
or
hurt your feelings or nothing. I'm just
right now.
Mira, calma. Te quiero, mami, calma. All right, that's enough. Anyway, sorry. When I look at Puerto Rican stuff and she's still talking?
Oh, get moving, Vinny. Come on.
Okay, I'm all right. I'm gonna go. Are you in the elevator?
I'm going back to you. You don't listen. I said I just left work, so that means I'm in my car.
I know, but you broke up for like a really long time there. It sounded like you was in the Matrix.
No, I'm in my car.
All right. That one I want to save for last. I'm gonna go. Look, I got two of the same kind here, but they're both very huge. They're both from Ponce and they're both street art, and they are they're very political in nature. And the first one, I'm just gonna click on it and I'm gonna let everybody look at it for a second, and then we're gonna talk about it. It's okay that you're laughing, Nessa. It's okay. Okay, now I know what this is about because it's me and because this is where I'm from. But does anybody else besides Vanessa know what this is about?
And that's when Trump claimed he was giving aid and was throwing paper towels and stuff at people.
Thank you. Somebody else knew outside of Puerto Rico because people forgot about this shit.
Oh, I didn't. It was on the news.
Like,
I had nothing but time.
Also, I do want to point out this picture is both grave and fucking comedy. Because do you see the hand?
And
in proportion to the rest of this big body.
Yeah, we see the white power sign.
And it's not just the white power sign, because that's the thing there, because that's what he always did. But the hand is like super tiny compared to the rest of them, which is comedy because they always that's the funny part to me. The struggle on the bottom right of the painting that's a serious thing. And it's very hard to look at that part of the painting for me, because I don't think people realize how ravaged Puerto Rico really got, and that they're still rebuilding today. And of course, the everybody knew about the electricity issue out there. Well, if you paid any attention, you knew about the electricity issue out there where they were trying to raise prices exponentially and have a mainland company try to supply power to the entire island, and they were doing a really shitty job of it. It was really fucked up. And of course, there are some other implications here that most people don't understand. Can y'all see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of this water is not just the island of Puerto Rico, because this is actually the left side of Puerto Rico, like the western edge of it. But the water is also indicative of have I know there are several people on the pod who have done things in their life that could have led them to Puerto Rico. Has anybody been there?
Word.
Mook, yeah.
We're not doing that.
And D, have you been there?
Don't do that, Vinny. Come on.
I was very No.
Listen. I know you see it. You see how you had to lead into it carefully because there are things that we don't discuss. I'm aware. You're discussing them. It's cool. One day, look, me and Mookie have already talked about it. We are going to unask the secret of why we are so against the former occupation. But now is not the time.
Now is not the time. I was just asking if you had been there.
I can't confirm or deny.
So
I was there, Benny.
Okay.
I was there. I was there.
Okay.
I plead the fifth.
So do you know about the times of the day where they'll cut the water off on you for no reason?
I did. I had heard stories.
Okay. That still happens today because there's not enough water to supply the island. So they actually ration and limit your water intake or your ability to use the water on the island.
So it's communism?
No, it's just that they don't have enough water. They really don't have enough water. And it's not just like there's an island on the bottom right that's part of Puerto Rico called Vieques. And that is the Navy used to use that for a bombing range. Actually, multiple military used to use it for a bombing range. And they even cut water on the military base. Like they will cut water from the military base because the island just doesn't have enough water to go around. So they have to limit it for the entire population, not just these people get water, these people get water, these people. No, it's everybody on the entire island. They have to shut the water off sometimes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. They'll do it at certain times of day so that it doesn't affect too many people. But
so like a rolling blackout situation?
Pretty much. Yeah, but just with water.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, just with water. That's why Puerto Ricans bitch so much about living in Puerto Rico. It doesn't have anything to do with the culture. It has to do with how the government treats Puerto Rico. We are the redheaded stepchild, which is even funnier to me because I used to be a redhead and I got a stepdad. So,
public disclaimer: this is a civilian speaking his truth. This has zero to do with any person who may or may not have been associated with the United States government in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, you talking about me?
Say what I said.
Okay, my bad. All right. Well, I was also being very vague about it purposefully. What the fuck? What? Why do I never get the comedy?
Your next picture, sir. Yeah.
I can't stand you.
That's why you're sitting.
Actually, I really wanted to stand tonight. That almost happened, but I didn't.
Oh man.
Are you done now?
Dude, I just said a disclaimer. That was it.
In that, but I mean, I love it.
That disclaimer needed to accompany what you said because two people on the podcast could bump into some problems. Say what you need to say about your art, sir.
So nobody else grabbed any art for anything?
No, we have art. We want you to get through what you're doing.
Okay. And I'm gonna skip over. Well, this one's just in the same vein, but the legend's probably gonna find this one a little funny too.
I didn't even find the last one funny. I watched that on TV.
It was.
That's a poor representation of America. He disrespectful.
Absolutely, but I meant the representation of Mr. Cheeto, 45, whatever you want to call him. The representation here is, to me, it's just perfection. I mean, you can't get much better than this.
Why are you referring to actual murals as street art?
Because it is street art. It's art that you can see when you walk down the street. And
that's
it's
what street art
beautiful.
Is? I thought street art was someone who wasn't particularly trained to do art and they just learned it on their own. So they're called a street artist. That's what I thought.
No. Street art is anything that is not.
This is a sanctioned mural.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not street art.
Cool. So we're going to concentrate on the definition of street art versus the content of what I'm presenting.
Oh, no, by no means. I'm just saying because you put up 2 murals.
Yeah.
But they're not considered street.
Okay.
art.
We'll call them murals then to make everybody happy. I'll switch to.
I ain't even unhappy. I thought street art was something different. That's all.
It's okay. So anyway, this one was fun to me. I mean, the left part of the picture is definitely not fun because it's exactly what happened. But the right art part, oh, classic. Just beautiful. I love it.
Did they make him a donkey?
Yes.
Yeah, they out here making serious political statements.
And that's a roll of paper towels that like the thing you put on the counter on his head.
That part.
Like that is epic to me. That's just like they're literally calling him an ass.
Mm-hmm.
They put paper towels on his top knot comb over, whatever the hell it is. What do you call that? Is it called? No, it's not a pompadour. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Anyway, and it's just classy Puerto Rican people literally getting kicked to the sharks. And if you really want to get deep into the art, the sharks are generally depicted in ways of like mainland white people. So that's what they're supposed to be.
So the sharks are white people?
Pretty much. That's the way it's supposed to be intended.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah. That's why they
thin
have
lips.
Yeah. They don't. That's why they have the brows and the like. This one's a little kid, and it's like that to me is solid wonderfulness. That's all art right there. There's that is so many different meanings in one mural that I'm just like, I want to see the rest of it. Like I want to go to Ponce and see this piece. Just because I know it's so solid. By the way, full disclosure, I'm not from Ponce. They just have really good murals and street art there. So I really like what they have because it's pretty far away from the main, like Ponce is on the south of the island and San Juan is on the north of the island. So it's very, it's far enough away from the main city where there's not a whole lot of, there is tourism, but not as much as like in the main part. You feel me? Okay.
Word.
And I got one more and then I'm done. And this is a big one because this is the one that I literally saw and then sent the message to you guys and was like, hey, we should talk about art because this is the one that
sparked it.
This is what sparked the entire idea. Well, this and seeing our former president and his wife in a museum looking at art. Like I literally saw this and then like 5 minutes later I saw President Obama and his wife in a museum looking at art. And it was very it was pretty interesting when I saw this, how I felt. And I really want somebody else, particularly D, to tell me what you see when you see this.
We don't care what you particularly want.
I know, but you're supposed to be my boy, so fucking listen and do something nice.
It's not widely associated with my person, so no, we're not gonna play that game. You can go ahead and break down the art for us. Let us know.
No, I want to know what you think first because I have a breakdown for it.
I think this is in particular a poor depiction of conquering particular lands, but I don't subscribe to this historical theory, so I do not wish to assist in the matter. That is not how I view history. So continue and expound upon your art.
There is exactly in the vein of what I was hoping you would say. All right. Legend, would you care to comment?
I don't got no comment.
No?
No. They tricking people. That's how I feel. You don't want to know what I think. I don't think
yes,
there's
no
such things as
I absolutely do.
I don't even care about this picture, man. Native Americans was black people. They had a life, so we don't get no money. That's how I feel. Because you have a lot of motherfuckers' money. If the white man did what he said he did, the math ain't mathing for me. I only see the one side of it. Black people was in everywhere and anywhere. That's why you said at the beginning of you talking, Afro, whatever music, Afro in that, John. Because Africans was there. We was everywhere. White man had to put himself above everybody else.
I keep forgetting I'm on camera. Because I'm just over here shaking my head like I'm in church. So yeah,
I ain't going no deeper than that because then Jay gonna try to get me. I'm cool.
I know, right? That's why. Yeah, there's been a couple of things I've had to be very careful about the way I say because I'm not trying to have the FBI come knocking on my door.
It ain't gonna be the FBI. It's gonna be the NSA and the Men in Black. But the Men in Black are a real thing. It don't have nothing to do with aliens. They'll disappear you.
Actually, you know what? It probably wouldn't be the FBI because
the Men in Black.
No, you're right. You're right. No, you're right.
It's not an agency. They come and get you. Black car pull up and you get got.
Look out your window, Mookie.
Look, I already seen them once.
Like that's I told you.
I'm on
a whole different wave than everybody else. That whole alien thing. That's a whole different conversation. But this situation right here, Men in Black is a lot more than just we aliens. They try to hide it behind that crap. Nah, them dudes is a secret agency that will come and get you when you saying a little bit too much. When the theory stop becoming a conspiracy, when it stops sounding like a conspiracy, they'll get you.
Mm-hmm.
I be telling that motherfucker stop talking to me because I don't be wanting to hear it. Don't
fuck you.
I be quick, like, nah, bitch, go on about your business. Don't say shit to me. Ignorance is bliss, and I don't want to look. I want to see tomorrow. I'm good.
Look, Cypher, plug me back in.
I was just thinking that whole Cypher shit too.
Nah, fuck that. I'm straight. Continue though. Go ahead. Do your thing.
So on the bottom left is clearly a Taino. That's a Native American who shares, in my opinion, a lot more features with Black people than they do with anyone else, or Africans, or whatever, however you want to term that, whatever Black you're comfortable with. I say Black, but I'm talking mostly to the listeners about whatever you're comfortable with.
They need to know it's called Black too. That's what they labeled it.
I'm with you. I'm also like not as strong-willed with my words as you guys are, so I try to be a little bit more polite.
You gotta be strong-willed. You gotta
I'm strong-willed, but with my words, I'm a little bit more careful because it's like
no
using
filter
the word.
Podcast. Hell no.
I got
don't
you.
Don't be PC. We ain't PC around here.
I'm a little PC, just a little, just a touch.
I say whatever I want. I was on the last part talking about I respect the Nazis. They knew what they was doing. They was trying to get something done. Do you think I care about somebody being PC? I was talking about y'all transgender fake bullshit. I don't have nothing to do with that. Don't add me. I don't give a fuck about how you feel, how I talk. I'll say it to your face.
God damn, we got 2 of them, Mookie.
What? That's just how everyone should be.
I know, but I'm just saying we have 2 of them.
Your
2 of you.
Your picture is gonna expire in 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
Okay, so
oh shit.
The way I see this is you got the Taino guy who's clearly Native American features, very close in features to the black guy or black man, or in this picture depicted as a slave who is clearly with tears streaming out of his eyes. And one of the things that I noticed about it was that the Spaniard was over both of them. But the Spaniard is also behind both of them. And if you look, I think I have seen a melding of all 3 faces the more I look at it. Because
the Spaniard look like a white man to me.
That's exactly what I mean. Most Spaniards are white men.
Exactly.
I mean, they like, I get that. They're somewhat of a Latin culture because they were like, Latin based with the Italians and French and Spanish, but
they did bread with different man, they white.
Oh yeah.
It's simple.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm just speaking in the sense of
the art.
This is the art. And in the 3, this is what is supposed to represent a Puerto Rican, is the meshing or melding of all 3 cultures. And you can see that in some of our skin tones, like with a person like me. I have a skip a generation trait where my entire family is of darker skin, but my grandfather he looked like me. And my grandfather had, like, he didn't even learn to speak English until he almost got out of the Marine Corps. Like, he was in the Marine Corps and he almost got out before he finally learned how to speak enough English to communicate with people. He played baseball. He was in the military for so long ago that he referred to himself as a buck sergeant. That's a long time ago for people who don't know anything about the military. It's just I live in a military area, so I know a whole bunch about it. Probably more than I care. But he looked more like the Spaniard, but he had the facial features of the Taino, and he had the build of an African man. And he was super strong. My grandfather was very, very strong. And he kind of passed a lot of that on to me because
it finally popped up. It finally popped up. It didn't want to pop up. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, this motherfucker. Okay.
My bad.
I'm pretty sure screen sharing is active, sir.
All right.
I changed the settings, so it should automatically.
Yeah, when it goes to you, but then when it comes back to me, I have to check.
Yeah, see, that's what I did. See, I changed it in my settings, so it should be automatically across the board now. Well, we'll see next time.
Word. I like it. So, yeah, the Spaniard is it back, and I just don't agree with his positioning in the painting at all. I have no desire to. I just can't agree with the positioning of him being above the other 2 because he was the controller and they were the colonizers that made there's a movement, right? This very picture to me is the reason why there's a movement right now to restore the Taino culture. Like there's a whole alphabet, there's a whole language that has been lost to time and is as being slowly revealed again. Or I don't know what the word I'm trying to find there is. Slowly researched and brought back to the forefront because there's a lot of people who want to see that. I'm part of a couple different Facebook groups who this is the kind of shit we discuss. Is why why we have to like the Native American. And personally, I don't even think I thought the person in bondage and the thing, you know, should have been equal space, equal size in my mind, but the Spaniard should have been smaller. But it's not my art, so it's an interesting piece. And that concludes the history of Puerto Rico.
No conclusions.
That concludes my portion of the evening.
No, it's not, because you're going to be forced to participate, sir. What are you talking about?
You know what, bitch? Y'all don't participate in shit I ever do. I swear to God,
What are we doing right now? What are we doing right now?
I mean, I get it, but like
we are participating.
It's really quiet when I come up with subjects. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not about
you ever noticed that? I feel like I come up with boring shit. Is that what it is?
No, I can only speak for myself, Ernie.
No, you're good. We're good. I'm listening. I'm bitching at D and Mook right now.
So I was listening to you. I was listening to you.
And you ain't say shit about not one painting, bro. Not
because
one.
Your interpretation is your interpretation.
And you couldn't interpretation either.
No,
turpentine your ass, whatever.
I don't like art.
That word. That's
not entirely true.
Yeah,
well, I don't like.
That's not what art is to us.
Thank you. There you go. It's not what I think about.
That's the way it should have been said.
Yeah,
that's why I'm
glad he's here. He's got me. He got my back. He had me.
Mookie, can you see the screen?
Nope, not yet, because he hasn't. I think he has to cancel his.
No, it says I'm screen sharing. It's telling me.
Now you're screen sharing. There you go.
Okay. Spit your spew.
Oh, this right here. First off, I love this picture.
I absolutely love this painting. Absolutely love it. Always have.
But my thing was this. Like, they just sold this piece too. What did they sell it for? Fucking
$15.2 million motherfucking dollars.
That's what's up.
And I think this picture came out in 1974, 72? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure.
I couldn't even tell. This looked like a house party when I was a kid to me.
Right?
This looked like a house party.
This was the shit we used to get kicked out of, but we snuck back
out of somebody's basement.
Right at somebody's basement. You go down there, you sneak down there, you looking. It's wild, it's smoky, and then all of a sudden somebody popping you upside your head to get your ass back upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the party. This is where it was.
The name of this piece is called the Sugar Shack.
Yeah, Sugar Shack. And when did it come? 1974? Am I right?
I'm not going to try to absolutely remember. I'm just going to point out this photo is called the Sugar Shack, and it sold for $15.2 million.
And it was always showed up at the end of Good Times. Which is why it boggled my mind that it just now sold. Like, I'm pretty sure this piece it's shown up in a lot of
replicated a million times.
Yeah, it's shown up in a lot of especially a lot of Black TV shows. I know for a fact it was Good Times. This wasn't the piece that was in the Cosby Show, was it?
No, it was a facsimile of this type of work.
Of this one, though, right? Yeah, because they were it was another show that it showed up in. It was a very old show, and I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what the fuck it was. But yeah, this is the epitome of party. This is it. Everybody, like Friday, everybody want to get off work. You go out there and dance, and you have your good time. This is what this picture depicts. To me, anyway. That's just me.
That's all good.
Without being an art. This is literally after the football game on Friday night from high school.
Yep. In the basement, smoky, dim lights, just jamming.
But was picture change successful? I can't.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait,
can you not see it?
Well, I can see it, but that don't mean it changed.
Oh, it changed for us. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it cycled through 3 or 4 of them, I think.
Okay,
I don't know where you wanted to go, but
no, right here. This is where I wanted to go. So
Okay.
It says the ancestors knew the power of the music, right? That's what it says. That's what we can all see.
Correct.
Yep.
So, we're not gonna divert fully from what Vinny was talking about, right? Because Vinny specifically and expressly said art. So, what I'm gonna do is provide a definition. The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically visual, but can be various branches of creative activity, such as music, literature, and dance as well. Because all of these things are considered art.
That's why I want to say that's why I did not make the designation that it was canvas, street, visual, auditory, none of that. I did not. I literally made no distinction. I just said art. So
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give a little quick rundown.
Wait, go back to that purple one for a second.
No,
please, come on, man.
Listen,
you got art that I actually want to see.
Pause. Just relax. This is my introduction of a contemporary artist to the listeners of the pod. This guy's name is Justin Copeland. Follow him on Instagram and Facebook. You will see his work. These are what his pieces look like. They are dope as fuck. Period. Point blank. I've seen people get this man's work tattooed on them. This dude is fire.
I was just about to say this look like tattoos.
Yep. Go. Yeah. Can you go back to the other one for just a second?
That's art to me.
We're moving here. Right. This is how dude is putting out work. Like that's what this guy's doing. I will go back in a second, but first I want to cruise through because I want folks to see multiple pieces. Y'all gonna have to hit pause while y'all watching YouTube or fucking Spotify, whatever it is, what it is. Everything about this dude is fire. Everything about this dude is fire. His color palette, the design, every single thing. And
the contrast in this one is absolutely striking.
Like, dude is a beast, right? So, and like I said, this was just, I wanted everybody to see contemporary pieces from a Black artist. Because what I'm about to do is I'm about to talk my shit. I'm about to talk my shit. That's what
I like the purple ones for real, because that's the color of royalty.
Yeah, dude is fire. Like I'm not gonna sit here in front by no stretch of the imagination. And then I'm gonna go back to remind everybody. Oh, just so y'all know, I'm gonna drop this on y'all. Y'all might want to go pick up that book.
Wait, what was
because it's the complete truth?
Oh yeah.
He was doing Robert Downey Jr. from that movie.
Oh yeah. So, the focus that I'm not going to focus on this aspect, but this is the road that we're going to end on. First, I want to talk about a brilliant playwright, August Wilson. Because I grew up during the time that I grew up, I was introduced to culture in a way that other people, generations following me, were not necessarily introduced to.
Literally say my generation. We don't know nothing about it. Unless you are into it, you don't know anything. I'm telling you, I don't know nothing about no playwrights. Like I can read. That don't mean I don't like reading. So I don't, because to me, Black people who write books, they write hood novels. That pissed me off so much. That just pisses me off that I think that.
Yeah, you're about to be slightly educated, but we'll talk another time about this one. As we were talking before about this. So I'm gonna talk about August Wilson. And the reason I'm gonna talk about August Wilson real quick, because I'm gonna fly through a bunch of shit. Is August Wilson, his play Fences, I grew up watching be performed in the public library in my neighborhood, period, point blank. Like we watched it, we seen it, we got to go over it, we understood it. He was from the crib. So him being celebrated was a huge thing for us because it let us know that there was something to aspire to once upon a time. However, this was fucking years ago. And since that time, that particular play has been produced into a movie. That movie is starring Denzel Washington. I advise folks to pick it the fuck up.
That's what was going to be my question for you, was how you felt about it.
I thought it was dope. I thought it was a damn good depiction of what the the play was. I would have liked to see a more modern adaptation because it was starring Denzel Washington and it was put on screen for larger consumption. However, I do understand that being a period piece was a requirement to have a better understanding of exactly what the fuck was transpiring in Pittsburgh at the time, because the play is set in Pittsburgh. Well, the story is set in Pittsburgh with all black folks from a particular time during a particular struggle, and the shit was necessary. Now, I'm going to also move on from that because since the Harlem Renaissance, black art has been a really interesting thing. We have the piece that Mookie talked about, the Sugar Shack. You know, we have playwrights like August Wilson. We have literary geniuses like Richard Wright, Langston Hughes, things of this nature. However, we come along to our actual generation. Like, so when we were children, we were taught a particular thing. But as we aged, shit shifted. And I don't think that shit was an accident. I think that shit was by design. Because art is still art. And there is a really heavy emphasis on music now. Because it's the one thing that they could absolutely control. And we know that based on the music that we get fed. They ultimately stole black creativity, marketed it, and force-fed it to the last three generations. Period. Across the board. Like, that's literally what they did. And I say that like because most people, you know, you talk music, you get a kind of, you get an understanding of who we are as a people. We talk about the art and music. We talk about graffiti. We talk about the dance, our interactions with one another. It's a complex weave between all of these things. However, a generation behind me literally just stated there is no art. So there is no art because the powers that be that are now in control of disseminating information, which is literally 6 companies. If you look, 6 companies control all of media. So those 6 people could effectively sit in a room and make decisions on what we receive and how we are depicted in the public light. This is a piece of art. A newspaper burns in the sand, and the headlines say, "Man destroys man." Extra, extra, read all the bad news on the war for peace that everybody would lose. The rise and fall, the last great empire, the sound that the whole world caught on fire, the ruthless struggle, the desperate gamble, the game that left the whole world in shambles. The cheats, the lies, the alibis, and the foolish attempts to conquer the sky. Lost in space, and what is it worth? The president just forgot about Earth. Spending multi-billions and maybe even trillions, the cost of weapons ran in the zillions. There's gold in the street, and there's diamonds under feet, and the children in Africa don't even eat. Flies on their faces and living like mice, and their houses even make the ghetto look nice. You know, that piece of work, and it goes on, just so y'all know, that's Beat Street Breakdown, Melly Mel, 1980 something. That shit.
The way you said it sound like poetry, and that's look. You was around me when I was a kid, so it's weird because the dynamic is odd. You remember when I was with you, I listened to Kid Cudi and Common and Kanye West before he became a nut. Like, but they were saying different things. Once I got older, I'm not listening to nothing like that. Look, yeah. I designed like you said.
When you were saying it, I was like,
you knew you recognized.
Like, wait,
so, like, let's really think about this, right? This is no bullshit. Beach Street is a motherfucking movie. That movie came out in the fucking 80s, 1984. The lyrics of that song sound prophetic at this point.
Like poetry.
Yeah, he sounds like he's seen the future. Like he starts to talk about the shit between Pakistan and like the shit is in the song. Melly Mel was one of the premier artists of the time. And that's the content that he put forth. Yet now, what do we have being brought forth in the forefront to us?
Shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I sell drugs. Look at my
free.
purse. Look at my shoes. I'm that dude. So big work.
Yes.
Even the women are trying to be gangsters. Corey LeRae burns me out. Push it, blink, blink. Sock you in the mouth, little girl. Shut up.
So there is also another little piece that I'm gonna go over real quick, just so folks understand exactly where I'm at. This is what we've been waiting for. 21st century, still poor. World War, they want me to kill for. What happened to the future they always predicted with new science fictional things and space visits. I see two sides, us against them. Police troops ride with 4 to 5 men. Prison business is booming. Senators grin. People searching for answers. Where to begin? Capitalism born from the backs of blacks. White folks relax, live off the kickbacks. Give works to the bones who built this country. Further exploited by class to make money. Filthy rich capitalists with blood loot. Use mainframe systems with banks to compute. With the next technology, credit through the wires. Internet growth, demand more suppliers. Welfare, elderly checks, and wage workers. All us, elephants trapped in they circus. We ain't fighting over man-made chips no more. When the lights go out, it's going to belong to the poor. Do you motherfuckers understand that this is early 2000s?
And it sound like today.
20 motherfucking years later. 20 years later. So when you talk about art being expression of the skill and your desires and the situations that you're in, from the 80s to the 2000s, this is what was produced. And now we are where we are right now. And I'm going to allow the legend to speak to the art he is force-fed by way of mass media.
Literally. Like, look, I don't got options like that. I'm not like, because I'm young, I don't even have a desire to listen to older music. That's why, like, people my age go, oh, yeah, I love Tupac. Bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. First of all, that just pisses me off immediately because you can't say I like niggas like Tupac and KRS-One and Biggie, and then you go home and turn on Young Thug and do a TikTok. That is the complete opposite of what you're telling me. And I'm able to admit this. That's what I'm saying. I won't even act like I listen to any of that. That's why I said that sounds like poetry. I do not recognize it. I identify with it, but I don't recognize it's from Beat Street or that's from the early 2000s. People believe that's conscious rap right there. That sounds like what people think J. Cole is and Kendrick Lamar is. Neither one of them dudes are saying nothing like that. They're still saying bullshit, but it sounds so smooth that you don't think it's bullshit. The nigga made a song called Swimming Pools, bro. That's about, niggas love that joint. Bro, he talk about getting drunk. That's all he talking about. Baby, why you only, oh my God, you know the lyrics. I don't even want to say it. That's what I'm saying. People love that song. He's such a poet because of the way he's putting the words together. Oh, so since he's doing it in a prettier version than what these niggas is talking about, he conscious.
Oh, up, drank.
Thank you.
Drank.
Just because it got a melody and it got some rhythm and you feel like it got some soul, you think it's conscious. Bro, he ain't saying nothing important. He might have a few, somebody sound like a
Benny,
mouse.
that was your mic. That was your mic.
Yeah, you sound like an animaniac. Fix that, John.
That didn't work. Pull it out the back and then plug it back in.
But like, look, this, on a daily basis, this is who I like. See, the only person I could refer to, because like when I was a kid, I listened to Slick Rick and I liked him because he told stories. That's it. It don't got nothing to do with anything. He told a story. So now I relate music to what are you trying to tell me? Because little bull dad, young bull dad, King Von will tell you a story. He's not literally, he's not like, he got songs where he's just not talking about nothing but shooting niggas, but fam, like if you listen to some of his, he's telling you what he possibly did on this exact day. But he's dumb enough to tell you what he was doing. So if they go back and look, you going to jail, bro. If they find a dude that you popped in the shoulder, you going to jail, regardless if he say nothing or not. You told on yourself.
And see, I still listen to people like KRS-One, and
because you're from that generation. You know who the idols are in my generation? Eminem, Lil Wayne.
I mean, Eminem's not awful. Lil Wayne is definitely awful.
You're saying a dope addict that was elevated as a white man to the top of black culture.
Bam.
Not problematic.
Bam. Look, and see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to deny that he is talented, but what is he saying?
That's all I'm saying.
What is he really saying? I stab you in the eye, mom. Drown my dog in the pool. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's the type of shit he said. The one song I really like is Stand, because it's not like the rest of the shit he puts out.
Yeah, I couldn't have, nobody could have, no black man would have got his shit off by talking about killing his motherfucking mom and his baby's mom. That ain't happening.
Like, bro, if we even say something, the baby can't say nothing that homophobic or they cancel him. Eminem been slandering gay people for years. The baby does it one time and they try to cancel him. You can say Eminem built his shit up off being gay, like hating the gays. That's what he did it all. Man, I listened to Eminem as a kid. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know what he's saying.
And this is what they have done to black art. Period. Across the board. Like, our appreciation for art is one thing. Like, like I said, I was immersed in a culture coming from out of being the first generation with civil rights. We were granted something that had not been seen. So our art was an expression of the situations that we were in prior to civil rights. But once we decided to assimilate into the larger culture, we also gave them our art. Yep. And this is the end result of that.
Literally.
Like people can argue, but there's not an argument when the shit is like, we've recorded the history of it. We've literally recorded the history.
You see who they think is the best rappers right now. Like they're not really like, that's what I'm saying. People just think the wordplay, and I told you they're fascinated by the little shit. They're not really saying that. Like how's Drake the best rapper?
He's not.
Why? That's what. But my generation will argue to the death. I'm telling you, everyone believes it's Drake, Lil Wayne, Eminem. Like, bruh, I can't even tell you nothing because like I deal with it. I deal with it. Everyone my age, I might be the only one there's a few of us that I talk to, but they're fascinated with either the people that do rap. They lie in their raps. Bro, I know damn well you are not dressed in all Chanel. I know damn well you ain't never hit nobody. I know it, but you listen to it, so it's what you gotta say to get. They trick us every day.
And this is the result. That's all I'm saying. This is the end. This is the culmination of us assimilating into the larger culture and trading off our culture for acceptance. That's what we did. We traded our culture because they monetized our culture. Man, we're about to go down that road.
Yeah, they literally, the government pays a certain amount of money every year to the music industry. You know what finds that weird? I don't care if it's a billion or it's not nothing like that. It's probably some small amount so nobody pays attention. This is what we're gonna give you if you keep pushing this out because this is what we want Black people to believe they can do.
Keeps the prisons fed, keeps the bitches fucking stupid as hell, the whole shebang.
You see who's idolized right now?
Megan
Thee Stallion, Cardi B. I can't remember the little shorty's name, but you would assume she was gay. But like, why aren't y'all like her? I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name right now. That's the type of shit I'm
Young
on.
and May?
No, not even her. She a Black girl, sort of thick, but she dressed like a dude. She would be yeah, there we go. She's the MC Light of my generation. She's MC Light. That's it. That's what MC Light to y'all. MC Light. That's MC Light to me. And I don't want to listen to her. That's the thing. I'm not trying to listen to that. I'm trying. You know what I do? Winding down and playing the game, bro. I'm out here listening to Young. He ain't even saying that, bro. I'm listening to Young Thug and Lil Uzi and YNW Melly. Bro, I don't sit here and listen to, like I said, weird shit because it's weird shit to me. That's just what they got me thinking. I don't understand it's not weird shit because it sounds like poetry when someone else says it. But do I want to sit here and listen to it? Man, why you got that old ass beat on? That's it. My immediate, if it don't got 808s and knocking, my immediate thing is, what the fuck is that? Immediately. Why ain't the beat like bumping, bro? Why ain't the car shaking? But what are you listening to?
They have stolen our culture. I wanted to make that abundantly clear. We came out of the struggle with different genres and styles of music, from the blues to jazz to bebop.
All we got is rap.
Spoken word, all the way up to R&B and rap. And there was always bullshit music. I'm not finna sit here and act like there was never no bullshit music, but there was an equal representation of the bullshit and the other shit. The other shit is
pushed
necessary. Right. It has been pushed very far into the background. You have arguably, I don't fuck nobody say, I'm still gonna argue my point. Ice Cube's greatest rapper of all time. So motherfuckers feel however y'all fucking want to feel about it. Cube goes from, oh, you disagree?
You know I do.
We could do this.
No, not now, because we've had this discussion at least once every 6 months for the last 10 years. I have known
Cube is the greatest rapper of all time.
All right,
period.
So that's how my generation feel about Drake. You can't tell him nothing.
Right.
You can't tell him nothing.
Cube goes from America's Most Wanted into Death Certificate, where he is literally in an attempt to uplift the entirety of the community, and ends up putting out We Be Clubbin'. We Be Clubbin' is a larger hit than Today Was a Good Day.
I don't know why, because Today Was a Good Day, honestly, it's legit one of my favorite songs. And I know it's one of his most commercial, but I still love that damn song.
And at the end of the day, We Be Clubbin' is still a larger hit.
It's sad.
That's a problem. That right there is where you can start to see the shift. When my generation grabbed the mantle and read the books and started to gain an understanding of the civil rights struggle and what we were going through, we fell for the okie doke and literally took the money and ran. And the end result of this is Drake's inability to write his own music.
That's what I'm saying. And people will argue to the death that he is still the best. Bro, he out here stealing boys' whole verses and he switched 2 words and you think he a beast.
And this is where we are.
No. I'm gonna need you to say that again, sir.
What? Drake steals whole verses and switches 2 words and they think he's the greatest rapper of our generation. And he'll take a whole verse and switch 2 words.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like people don't even realize it. And just because he makes songs like God's Plan, people try to give him a break. That song is popping. But bro, you know damn well who he bro, he is an actor. I don't even know why y'all think he's a rapper.
Hey,
He
wheelchair
popped off.
Jimmy.
Thank you, bro. He's an actor. So for you to not even put two and two together, that you really think if he was like, people who try rappers, they come right out the mud and they come from the struggle. So that's what they rap about. So I told you, I don't got a problem with you rapping about it, but think about the little baby, right? The rest of his music, besides the bigger picture, is all about the same shit. And he even tries to slide it in the bigger picture. You still pushing the criminal aspect of Black people inside of a song that's supposed to be, is bigger than black and white, is what the whole chorus is. But then you say, I ain't gonna lie, like I don't rap about killing and dope, but I'm telling my youngins to vote. Why don't you do it too, dickhead? You a dickhead. Like, that's the dumbest shit.
Excuse me, Mr. The Legend, you're quickly becoming one of my favorite people, and I'm starting to like you more than the other persons on this podcast.
Because I'm younger, and I will happily listen to the music. Cool. It's a bop. That shit slap. Cool. But I'm not finna feed into it. That shit, I fed into it already. I'm out of that shit. I'm gonna just listen to it because it's art. Oh, you're a talented MC, sir. I like the wordplay. Oh, this song, I equate most of the music I listen to into different situations. Like, cause I don't know if y'all know who YNW Melly is. The dude is getting charged with killing both of his best friends.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
here for YNW Melly.
He killed both of his best friends. But one of my favorite songs by this nigga is the complete opposite of that. The song is called Suicidal, and he's talking about how a woman is making him feel. Bro, you can't be a killer talking about shit like that. That's the complete opposite, bro. You can't go from murder on my mind to your love is suicidal. I thought that we was meant to be. Bro, you can't do that, bro. That's why I don't like Drake, bro. Because y'all nigga, you're 6'6", I'm a 6 god. Bro, you but like, yeah.
Oh, continue.
Why? Yeah, YNW Melly.
I had just said right before we came on that my favorite conscious rapper is Talib Kweli, because I feel like Get By was a solid one, and I also feel like Nas's One Mic was probably one of the greatest hip hop pieces of all time. That to me is pure hip hop art.
And I won't lie to you, I'd never listened to it.
You've never listened to One Mic by Nas?
I don't know. I never listened to a Nas song in my life. I ain't listened to Jay-Z until he was on features with Meek Mill. Like, that's what I'm like. I'm telling you, people be lying when they say, "Oh, I'm a fan."
Capping. You better be speaking Japanese.
Number one. Wait. So I've explained the history of where I'm from to you. We don't necessarily fuck with New York motherfuckers like that, dude. That's not our shit.
I got you, but like that song,
we don't give a fuck. Them still New York niggas.
And look, I don't even got no bias. That's not even how I am. I just ain't listening to the shit.
I just can't, man.
What? I don't listen to Biggie. I don't listen to Jay-Z. I don't listen to Nas. I don't even listen to, like, look, and there's a couple songs that other people listen to. Hey, Woogie, I will not turn that nigga on. I do not like the way you even sound, bro. You could be saying the hardest shit alive. Cool, you got a couple hot tracks, but I don't even want to listen. I would never listen to your whole mixtape, bro. I'll never listen to your whole album. I don't even. Come on, bro. I'm cool off you. Type time. Like, that's just what it is. Like,
that is so. I'm gonna. This is what I'm gonna say. So, artistically, there's one line in one song, and y'all gonna have to do your own due diligence and research once I state this line, that I find to perfectly exhibit the dichotomy of where I was once upon a time, right? I prayed to Allah, but I'm too foul to go to the mosque. If it's beef, I'm gonna murder you and know that it's squashed. That was the perfect mesh at a particular time of my life. And that direction is you go one way or the other. And clearly music went the other way. That's precisely what happened.
It's funny that you brought that up because a lot of the Muslim dudes, they be tripping. Bro, you can't be telling me I pray 10 times a day and I'll kill you and then pray again. What? You make it make sense to me, bro. You can't be devout in your faith, taking life for granted, honestly, because in all aspects you're taking life for granted.
I mean, if we're being honest, all religion is bullshit, and they all take it for granted.
I'm never gonna say somebody else's belief system is bullshit. I just choose not to believe it.
I said no. I didn't say anything about anybody's belief system. I said religion.
Religion is somebody's belief. If you believe in it, it's your belief.
Let me add the word organized in front of it.
Still don't change, it's your belief. That's just at the base of everything. Whatever you choose to believe is what you believe. So if you believe that God is a white-haired white man, that's what you believe. I can't tell you no different. I understand that. It could be organized, force-fed, either way, still what you believe, and you choose to believe it because belief is a choice. But back to the larger picture at hand.
Yeah,
the art.
Like we already did that one. We already did that religion one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the art. Like 5 years ago, I'm heavy. I want to listen to 21 Savage and Kodak Black and Lil Uzi and Young Thug. And damn, them dudes ain't saying nothing. Now, my favorite rapper is weird because he's a fucking drug addict and he overdosed. It's Juice WRLD. Because the dude is saying something outside of shoot 'em up, bang, bang. He was crying in his goddamn music for help. Y'all was like, yo, we go get this dude a record deal. Not realizing he gonna kill himself one way or another. Either he's just gonna overdose accidentally or like he actually died, tried to hide the drugs and died. You took drugs on the plane to try to hide him and died. That's not accidental. You were trying to duck the law and you killed yourself ducking the law. And they still try to put out unreleased music because the record companies or whoever owns his music don't give a fuck. We about to make money off this, the legend's name. Because he's dead. So he's just a legend.
Monetizing our creativity, capitalizing on our pain.
That's the perfect example right there. I listen to Juice WRLD and Kid Cudi when I'm feeling like I don't want to listen to the bullshit. Even though Juice WRLD got a little bit of bullshit with him because all he do is talk about I'm getting high to hide pain. That's literally all his songs. Shit like that. Literally. Still fuck with him now. Because that's that like heavy drug user. Don't do it no more. Because I know what the fuck that does to you. I'm cool. I won't even pick up a blunt now. Looking at a bottle sickens me type time. Bro, let's go get a shot. A shot of what? You talking about like a COVID booster? Like, I ain't even want to get that. So like, what y'all, my whole generation and the generation coming up, they got the kids. Yo, they got the kids something bad. There's little girls singing fuck nigga free. And
you not big that up, please, because I don't want to hear it.
But like, it's not just that. Like, you got a little girl with the window rolled down, yelling,
"Oh, I seen
FREE, fuck nigga free." This little girl, like 3.
That was crazy.
And the parent is parent's friend. You're giving consent. You're recording it because you think this is cute. That shit ain't cute. That's programming.
Which is why they specified which art we were allowed to digest and ingest. I'm just gonna keep throwing caveats in here while the legend speaks.
Like Vinny, like when you started pulling, I know what a painting is. I have no interest to ever going to a museum to look at a painting. That don't even sound fun to me. Like people be like, I want to go to Paris and go to the Louvre. What are you talking about? That's not like
I would love to do that.
Because you didn't come up in my generation. There's specific, unique people that want to do that.
there's a section of art nerds. That's what we gonna call them, because that's what we identify them as. Man, y'all niggas is art nerds. I'm cool. Y'all want to go to the Louvre, bro? I'm not going to no Louvre. If I go to Paris, where the bitches at? That's what I would be doing. Type time. I'm not trying. I'm going to Europe to have some fun, not to go look at a painting. I just paid to go to Europe to look at a painting and or buy a purse. Bro, I'm a dude anyway. These niggas wear purses now and be like, no, it's a man bag. Nigga, that's a purse.
I got one, but mine is manly.
How you have a manly purse? Explain that one.
Because the name of the company that sells it, that is sewn on it, is Nutsack.
That's not.
Yeah,
that's my nutsack.
That doesn't change. It's not man.
That's a
Mookie,
purse.
shut up.
I just want to let you know.
I don't even want to see you right now. Turn your
Ultimate. Okay, listen, Vinny, did you create the company?
No,
that's what I'm. Who
you're carrying someone else's nutsack.
Like, yeah, who made the company?
I don't care about that.
It's cool,
That's
but
just
who
you
made
trying
the
to make jokes.
Mookie, why you looking for?
But who made the company? For real? Who's the owner, maker of the company? Is it
They're a couple of American dudes that decided that they were going to make really quality bags, and it's a quality bag. It's not a full-on like huge thing. It's just something that like
it's a purse.
With my
are they straight or gay?
Can I fucking finish?
The purse.
I got questions.
I know, but give me a minute.
Do your thing.
With the daily needs that I have because of various health issues or various things that I have to bring with me, mainly because, I have to cart a lot of shit back and forth to work. It's incredibly helpful to have that thing.
You can use a book bag.
There's one thing.
Well, I do that too. That's the thing. I have more than one bag I have to take with me every day because I got a fucking camera bag. I got my backpack with my laptop and all the other accoutrement with that shit. And then I need something for my personal shit.
Backpack.
You just use one of them. You get two of them, carry the other one or something.
Swiper, no swiping.
That's problematic to me because
I'm farting my fucking mic.
It's a purse at the end of the day. I don't care how you try and justify it, bro. And there's a term that like people often say, and I'm pretty sure you heard it because I'm younger than you, that the bitch got her nuts, your nuts in her purse. So you wearing a purse that say my nutsack. That's probably
which is mine,
bro.
So I got my own nuts in my own bag.
It's a purse though.
But
so you're carrying your nuts in your purse?
Anything that you need to carry things.
Yeah, cool. All right, you blur the gender line. I'm cool. I ain't wearing no purse.
I mean, you do whatever you need to do to make yourself available to carry things. That's fine. You want to put 2 straps on it and call it a backpack? That's still a fucking purse.
Get a bigger book bag. What you eating, Mookie?
Last time I checked,
chicken salad? Did you say chicken salad?
A purse goes over your shoulder, not both.
Okay, and mine has a handle on it.
Mookie.
So it's
like just a handle.
So it's not a purse.
It's a bag with a handle.
We're going on a chicken boycott until Tuesday.
So like, does it look more like a briefcase, or does it look like a purse?
Hold up, I might be able to grab it and show it to you. Give me a sec.
I got questions.
The fuck you say to me?
Chicken boycott till Tuesday.
He could never.
In honor of Juneteenth.
He could never.
No chicken until Tuesday. We eat steak all weekend. What's up?
All right. So after this, no more chicken. Got you.
Yeah. That's why I said this weekend. I ate chicken too.
Okay. I was like, I'm finna eat this. Look,
I ate some chicken too. I got a piece left.
Look, I'm finna eat this shit.
Look, Juneteenth. Look, we ain't buying no chicken. We ain't buying no chicken this weekend. Listen, people, we ain't buying chicken this weekend.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Look,
that's about to be the largest selling meat.
Look, I'm with the cause, but I'm gonna eat this chicken right now, though.
It's gonna be a cause of 2 because I ain't lying. Because
I'm lying. I'm telling you right now. I'm eating chicken and watermelon this weekend.
Yo, Legend, can you see it?
Oh yeah, bro. That look. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, bro. That's kind of. It's a big ass clutch. That's what that is.
That's a purse.
That's a big ass clutch. Yeah, cool. You do you, Vinny. Whatever you comfortable with.
But see, on the inside, there's a little pocket, a little zipper pocket where I keep.
Yeah, purses got
hang
that.
on, I keep a rain poncho. I keep a shopping bag so I don't have to use those fucked up plastic ones that are killing the environment. And I keep an extra rain poncho in case I get stuck in the rain with somebody who doesn't have one.
Mama, you're gonna laugh when I tell this story. My mom used to be like, "Go open the purse and go in my zipper part and get my cigarettes and my change because I'm about to see you to the store to get more."
When I smoked, I definitely kept that shit in a bag like this for daily usage.
It's cool as a purse. That's all.
I mean, you call it whatever you want to. It's fucking useful.
No, I'm not calling it anything. You said you had a purse.
I don't give a fuck what I call it a purse. It's helpful for my life. Just so you know, too, that part does in fact say, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Is an acorn.
Why didn't you just get a fanny pack?
Because I don't like fanny packs. I never wear them around my waist, and then I would end up carrying it over my shoulder anyway.
So a fanny pack, not a purse.
Yeah, well, technically, I could turn this into a fanny pack if I wanted to.
No, that's a big ass.
Because it comes with
purse.
Because it comes with the ability to clip a strap on it.
So they just made a purse for multiple
years. So basically, you got some.
Shut up.
I know, right? I literally, all I did was say, put something on something, and this motherfucker went off the deep end. He got ready to go off the motherfucking deep end. Do you hear this motherfucker right now?
Because I heard it.
I know. I heard it too, and I was like, let me keep talking before this motherfucker gets stupid. You stupid, bro. You stupid, and you know you stupid. Bro, calm down. D, I'm gonna need you to put the fuck in, bro.
Pause.
That joke was going to hit so fucking hard. Oh, that shit was going to hit so hard.
Everybody thinks you're an asshole.
Pause.
Yo, I was not gonna let you know.
Pause again.
I couldn't let you do that. That was.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This shit obviously ain't about art no more.
Oh my god. Yo, that shit escalated so quick.
But honestly, it would have been a good joke, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
my
god.
It would have been all right if we didn't catch you in the act.
Oh no, yo.
CITA.
You was not finna. Nah, I couldn't let you because I heard that shit too, and I was like, doop.
I tried to glance over it, and you just stopped it. I tried. You see me? I tried to keep it pushing. He said, "Hold up, wait." I said, "Oh shit."
Look,
he heard
as soon as I heard him, I was like, "Nope."
It makes me happy in my soul right now to know that you tried, sir.
Jesus Christ,
shit,
that was bad.
Oh, okay, very well.
You said him all the way up. Jesus.
I felt like that was a oop. Like that was the
It
perfect
was an alley-oop. It was.
I did a 720. I was about to go nuts out this motherfucker. Behind the back, the whole shebang. I had the shit cocked all the way down. I was about to be net. I was about to do some and one shit in the lead.
Oh my god!
All right, Mr. Air up there, 720 between the legs.
Shit. Everything that you said set that shit up perfectly, and it was gonna be bad.
This motherfucker talking about straps and nut sacks and all.
Oh my!
You still was getting that joke out there. I hate you so much. I really hate you so much.
I didn't say it.
I mean, you were putting it on a plate. Like, here you go.
You was serving
hey, you remember that statement I made about 10 minutes ago saying you were slowly or quickly becoming one of my favorite people?
No, I'm not one of your favorite people.
I take that shit back.
You wishy-washy.
Right the fuck.
This motherfucker wishy-washy as hell.
Look, I tried to help. I'm telling you, I tried to keep it pushing. I said, cool, it's a purse. I'm gonna let it go.
Wearing right now on my feet too. Guess what I'm wearing right now? In Spanish, we call them chanclas. You call them flip-flops in American. There you go. Because I'm flip-flopping like a motherfucker. I'm taking my shit right the fuck on back, buddy.
Sandals in a purse?
Yo.
Oh my god. This has been the No Filter Podcast.
Thank you, Mookie. Thank you. Mookie, come with it. Hold on, everybody let Mookie talk.
Do you match your sandals with your purse?
No, they don't actually match. Thank
you.
Done.
This has been the No Filter Podcast.
And I'm about to throw my chancla at you when I come over to your house. Watch.
Make sure you make sure you
so basically you be coordinating to make sure everything's good. You have certain person go with certain shoes.
Shut up.
You got more than one different color purse?
I hate y'all so much. I'm done. Yo,
I'm just asking questions. I'm inquisitive.
We're done. We gonna get out of here.
Shit.
I'm joking.
Look,
Last thought.
Spotify, Anchor, YouTube.
Last thought. Let me get my last thought in. I still don't understand on occasion what in the Kellogg's frosted fuckery is going on around here.
It's cool. Don't worry about it. We good. Anybody got anything they want to say before I sign us out? Because this just took a horrible turn.
Breathing is automatic until someone tells you that you're breathing, and then you become cognizant of it.
I fucking hate you.
I
hate you so much.
All right, my man, Negro Damas. Feel you? he got the little pebbles, boo.
Oh my god! All right. This has been the No Filter Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube. Make sure you hit that like, follow, share.
You struggling, Luke? Are you okay?
Because I'm trying not to laugh through this shit. Everything has been fluid up until this fucking point, and I've been good.
It is what it. Listen, let me. Okay, keep it a buck, right? Is it not enjoyable having someone as quick-witted as me on the pod with us? It's the fun. Shit.
It's fun.
Right.
It is.
The legend is great. It's a beautiful thing.
I can't. Oh my god. Yo, just hit the bell so y'all can.
That's how you feel, bro?
Yeah, we just
hit all the goddamn buttons.
Hit the bell, follow,
buttons.
like,
have a good night. Whatever. Taco Bell. Fucking what? This is not your slogan, bitch. Whatever.
This is too much for me. We're gone. We're out. We're done.
It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
We're gone.
This is